Bitches, they only care about the flow. Come on, you know how the story go. Every time I think I gotta go. Cause if you seek, then you gotta know. Bitches, they only care about the flow. Come on, you know how the story go.
Has Trae Young surpassed Luka as the best player in the 2018 draft class?
Oh, yeah, easily. He definitely has. Maybe not skill-wise. Like, he's not a better basketball player, but he is a better basketball player because he wins games. And Luka don't even win games. He's never made it past the first round. And it's not like the Hawks are much better than the Mavericks.
Have the Hawks – actually, that is not true. The Hawks have a great team around Trae Young.
What?
And they have a Coach of the Year candidate.
They have
They got
John Collins
shooters. They have shooters.
Kevin
They have John
Huerter.
Collins. I mean, it doesn't matter. They got a good team around him. It's kind of like the Miami Heat with Jimmy Butler. They have a good team around him.
Well, the Mavericks aren't bad.
The Mavericks have no one other than Kristaps, and if Kristaps doesn't,
They have Kleba isn't
and
bad.
they played the Clippers.
Yeah.
The Hawks haven't played the Clippers. They played
The
Ben
Hawks
Simmons.
have played the
Ben Simmons
Sixers.
did not perform. That was not a one seed team. I mean, they might have said they
They
were,
were a
he did not
one-seed
perform. They were the one seed. I mean, the only guy that performed
Well, that doesn't
on
have.
the 76ers was Joel Embiid, and Seth Curry did perform also. But
You think that the Hawks couldn't beat the Clippers?
no way.
What?
Fully healthy Clippers, not a chance. I got Clippers in 6, maybe 5.
I don't know. Why do you think Luka's even better?
Because he averages more points, more assists, more rebounds. And actually, I don't know about rebounds, obviously, more points, obviously. And better teammate.
He's not a better teammate, obviously. He doesn't make the players around him better.
He has better shooting percentages. And before this year, he made it to the playoffs also. So, yeah.
Trae Young is the next Curry. And
Luka is going to be the next best player in the world after LeBron.
No, he's not. Not on the Mavericks. Luka has more skill, but he's not a better.
People said that about LeBron and the Cavs. But guess what? He found a way to still become the best in the world and ended up leaving also. So I think that's what's going to end up with Luka.
The difference between LeBron and Luka is that Luka doesn't make the people around him better.
That isn't true. He does exactly what LeBron does when facilitating.
What?
Just a little less. He's
not.
Yes, he is.
I wouldn't consider
Have you seen him?
I'd consider him a decent
shooter. He creates open shots for all his teammates.
His play style is more like Larry Bird than LeBron.
Oh, my. Actually, I mean, I'll give you that, but...
Trae Young is literally Stephen Curry. Do you see the way he plays?
I don't think Steph Curry shoots in the low 30% from 3.
Do you not? But he can hit threes when it matters.
He shoots like 3 threes a game. That's like how much threes LeBron shoots. All he does is do that dumb flopping crap and gets to the free throw line and make mid ranges.
You could argue that Trae Young's a better facilitator than Luka.
No, he's not. He's got better shooters around him.
Better shooters? Who? Kevin Huerter?
Yeah, Kevin Huerter is a sharpshooter, and Bogdan Bogdanovic, and John Collins is a really good shooter, and Danilo Gallinari, and DeAndre Hunter, and Cam Reddish. I mean, it goes on.
Cam Reddish hasn't played.
Okay. Take out Cam Reddish. Tony Snell shot 50% from the 3. Well, he has shooters around him, like, all over.
Just brought up Tony Snell in this argument.
I mean,
Tony Snell is the most...
He's part of the 60, 50, 100 club. I hope you know that.
Yeah, but he plays like 10 minutes a game, if that.
So it doesn't matter. He shot the ball well when he was on the court. I mean, who does Luka have that can shoot the ball? Kristaps couldn't shoot it in the
Kristaps,
playoffs.
Maxi
The
Kleber,
only guy, Maxi Kleber. Oh my God! Just stop saying
Tim
his name.
Hardaway.
Just stop saying his name. Tim Hardaway's the only guy. Tim Hardaway's kind of like Tavius Caldwell-Pope. If he ain't making, then he's not making. Like, he's gonna miss 10. And he's gonna go 0 for 10 from 3 or 10 for 10 from 3. That's the guy he is, and you can't have a guy like that when you have no other shooters around him. They should have kept Seth Curry.
Do you
but
think if
76
Luka was
got him.
on the Hawks, they do the same thing?
If Luka
that
was
they
on
are
the
now?
Hawks,
Yeah.
I think they would be the championship favorites right now.
Wow. Trae Young, no.
Okay, so Clippers versus Suns. Gotta get your opinion on that series.
I hate the Suns so much, so I think the Clippers are going to come back and win with PG. Have you seen Beverly shoot? He's a shooter now.
Yeah, he scored a whopping 8 points yesterday. What a game.
Yeah, but he plays great defense. He's a
No, he
top 3
doesn't.
defender.
He tricks people into thinking he plays
Okay,
defense.
well, Booker has been terrible. Booker has been trash.
Booker just dropped a 40-point triple-double. Are you
Game
slow?
1. Since game 1, what has he done? Nothing. Not anything.
Oh my God.
Booker has been terrible.
Because Patrick Beverly's dirty on purpose.
What?
Yeah, it looked like it was on purpose to me.
Mm,
And he's been going at him the whole series.
okay, well, anyway.
Pat Bev is only good at injuring people. He's the Zaza Pachulia of point guards. He doesn't do anything.
Pat Bev is a very important piece for that team, though. He's like the Draymond.
No, he's not.
What?
Wait, who'd you say he's like? The Draymond?
He's like
You think he's
he's like
the Draymond? Are you crazy? He's a Goodwill Marcus Smart.
Goodwill Marcus Smart that holds the team together, plays great defense.
I said
and
Goodwill.
Can get in LeBron James'
There's
head.
a reason why Pat Bev got benched. He's starting because Kawhi got hurt, but he was benched, getting like 10 minutes a game. He hurts his team. He doesn't do anything.
Okay, well, anyway, past Patrick Beverly, they got Reggie Jackson, Terrence Mann, who's honestly better than Booker. I think he's better than Booker.
He's like the Talen Horton-Tucker of the Clippers.
He is. And then they got a good team. If they had Kawhi, they'd win the championship this year, no problem.
No, you can't say that.
What? Who would beat them?
Kawhi, they were playing just as good.
But that gives you Kawhi.
I don't think Kawhi's going to stay.
I would after this.
I would.
They've been better this season. They've improved.
No, they haven't.
They got a better coach.
You think Ty Lue's that good of a coach?
Well, he's obviously made them better.
I don't know about that. They were worse in the regular season.
What has Doc Rivers done for the Sixers? Nothing. Made Ben Simmons
made him
worse.
The 1 seed, but they didn't.
He's going to get fired.
You can't blame him for Ben Simmons. I mean, the person to blame for Ben Simmons is Brett Brown. How are you, Brett Brown?
How can you?
Because Brett Brown, he accepted Ben Simmons not shooting the basketball and not improving his jump shot. There's no reason Ben Simmons should be shooting three threes in a whole season. I mean, that's pathetic.
Yeah.
He made one too. I mean, 33%. That's not that bad. I mean, he should shoot the ball more. I mean, there's people like a ton that can't make a three to save their life. Like Giannis. I mean, come on. Yeah. Ben Simmons could be an elite player if he just shot the basketball. And the thing is, his confidence is so low. He's not even shooting twos now. That's how. I mean, it's the mental game that's messing him up. It's not Doc Rivers. That team is all about Ben Simmons and how he's playing. If he's not playing, they have no chance. And that's why they're eliminated.
Back to the Suns and Clippers. Who do you think's going to win? You never said.
Oh, I got the Suns. They're winning right now, and they're up 2-1. They're about to take a 3-1 lead if they win tonight, which I don't know if they will because they were up by more. But So the Clippers have narrowed down the lead, but yeah, I think the Suns will. I think Devin Booker's an animal, and Chris Paul. There's no way. I just
Is the
can't
most
see Chris Paul
overrated
not
player
winning a
in the NBA.
championship. Wait, what? Booker?
Devin
Are you
Booker.
kidding? You're crazy. He's averaging 30 a game in the playoffs.
People really have said that he's better than like Jason Tatum.
Oh, he's not better than Tatum, but he's better than
He's not better than Tatum. He's not better than Trae Young. He's not better than
Mhm.
Luka. He's not better than any of them.
I mean, I think those are the only guys he's not better than. And Zion. I mean, I think who's better, him or Mitchell? I don't know. It's pretty close.
I'd take Booker over Mitchell.
You would? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's pretty close.
Mitchell's
I
a
know. I
regular
have no
season
idea who's
performer.
better between them, and I really never have. I mean, they both improve like at the same rate each year, so like it's so hard to tell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think that playoff success matters more than anything else.
Yeah, but Mitchell's had more playoff success. It's not his fault. His team's not performing. His team's made the playoffs every year of his career.
That's regular
Rudy
season.
Gobert.
Rudy Gobert's you act like Rudy Gobert's a scrub.
He's not
He's
a
the
number
best
2
defense.
on the
What?
contender. He's not a
The
good number
defensive
2.
player of the year for
Dude.
the past 3 seasons?
And series
What does that have to do with anything? That's a highlight.
Has to do with him not protecting the rim well enough, or
What you see
Terrence
on
Mann
these
dunk on him.
highlights isn't what happens play in and play out. Rudy Gobert is a good number 2.
Yeah, he can't play the perimeter. I think as much hate as Ben Simmons is getting right now, Ben Simmons was snubbed. He was snubbed. For defensive player of the year. I don't think Rudy Gobert's all that. But yeah, let's move on. Hawks versus Bucks. Who do you got winning that series?
I got Hawks.
No.
I'm no longer a
I don't
Giannis
know
supporter.
about that.
I'm a Trae Young supporter. I love that man. I think he's the next Stephen Curry.
Oh my god, dude, you're crazy.
I just see it in him. I watch him play, and I'm like, dang, I love this man.
He's more Steve Nash than Steph Curry.
No, he's more Steph Curry.
No, he's not.
I've never seen someone shoot so well in my life.
Okay, you're crazy.
And he's so good.
LeBron shot the ball better than
the
him
only
this year.
reason that he shot bad this last game that got blown out is because, I don't know. I saw this conspiracy that something is wrong with the Bucks rims at their stadium. Like, they rig them. So, I don't know if that's true, but it would make sense because Trae Young wouldn't, and the Hawks wouldn't usually play like that.
Well, I actually think they will play like that the rest of the series, and that was a reality check of the difference between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Philadelphia 76ers. I think the series is going to end in 5. I think the first game was a fluke. The first game was a fluke.
You think the Bucks gentlemen sweep them?
Yeah. They pull Los Angeles Lakers on them.
Lakers lost.
Talking about last year.
I don't know. Whoever wins this year is a Mickey Mouse Cup, so it don't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you discredit last year's championship, which I don't, and I won't this year, but you have to discredit this year's championship. I think that's just stupid if you don't.
This is not even a real champion. Like, Chris Paul or Giannis is going to win.
Are real championships do they not exist anymore? Like, to you? Because, I mean,
if it's not the two best teams, then no.
Actually 3, right? Yeah, 3. Past 3 champions, they don't count, right? According to your
3. It's got to be the 2 best teams. No, the the Raptors, no. And Warriors were the best teams. So that counts.
The Lakers were the best team also.
It's got to be the 2 best teams, though. Like, whenever it's Warriors and Cavs,
2 best teams.
Those were the 2 best teams by far. Like, if it was Nets, Lakers, then or Nets Clippers, then it would be a real champion, but it's not.
Dude, you're
So
full of it. These finals are more interesting.
I don't think they're interesting.
I mean, I actually don't think they're more. I mean, I think Nets versus Lakers would
Actually,
be interesting, but I don't think Nets versus Clippers would be as interesting as like Suns versus Hawks, because the Clippers are pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie,
I
and I
mean,
don't
it's
like
good
both
because you
teams
don't
anyway.
know who's gonna win, but I really wanted to see Lakers and Nets.
I think Bucks have no. I mean, I think Bucks have no excuse
But
to
the
not win.
Bucks should easily win, and if the
Yeah,
Bucks
but I just
don't,
can't trust Giannis. I can't.
Giannis is not a. He's.
I think Suns will. The
I
way the Suns are playing, I think that they should win. But
think
the
the
Bucks,
Suns.
the Bucks should. They're the team that should win. But I think the Bucks. I mean, the Suns will win. You know what I mean?
Who do you think
Like
has
the
the
way they're
least
playing.
chance? The
What?
Clippers or the Hawks?
Oh, the least chance? Definitely the Hawks. That's not even a
Really?
debate.
More
Because
than the
if the
Clippers?
Clippers make it, I'm assuming Kawhi will be back.
Kawhi tore his ACL. How would he be back?
He never tore his ACL. He had an ACL injury, and it's not even listed as that. I don't even know if that
Oh
was
well, if
right.
Kawhi comes back,
It's
then
listed
they're
as a
easily
knee
winning.
sprain.
Kawhi's not losing in the finals to Giannis. That dude sucks. He's a scrub.
Okay. So, speaking of Giannis, does Giannis have to win this series?
If Giannis loses this series, he is. I don't think he's a top 5 player anymore. If he
I have
loses
to
this,
agree with you. If Giannis loses this series, oh my goodness, he should
the
just join
bald-headed
Luca.
Trae
He should
Young,
just join Luca and
he'll be on the
oh.
Shanghai Sharks.
Oh my! I mean, Ben Simmons and Kuzma do need some help over there.
They too.
But
Giannis.
yeah,
Oh my
Giannis has to
god!
win. I couldn't imagine if he
I want to
loses
see
this
Trae Young
series,
win.
dude. Oh my goodness.
He's not gonna get slander though, because
Who?
it's Giannis. Everyone loves
Oh,
Giannis. They're not gonna make.
are you kidding me? He got slant. I don't know. He's been
He
slandered the past
won't.
couple of years, though.
He won't get it like he deserves.
Yeah, true. But he will be slandered, and I don't know how you can say he's a top 5 player in the league if he loses this. I mean, I'd take LeBron over him, Kawhi,
KD,
KD, Luka, Curry.
Luka,
Yeah, that's 5.
AD, when healthy.
I wouldn't take it. I mean, AD could not do as much as Giannis has done when he was on the Pelicans. So
What has Giannis done?
he's.
Giannis has
I mean,
done
he's in the
nothing in his
conference
career.
finals. I mean,
What has
AD never made
Giannis
the conference
done?
finals.
That's not an accomplishment.
What? Well, I mean, AD never had
In
an
the
accomplishment
East,
by himself. I think
the
guys like
East is
Anthony Davis and
terrible.
Giannis need a number 1 next to them, or at least a guy like, that's just their skill level. Like Shaq had Kobe.
Yeah, he's. He should not lose this. If he does, he deserves to be. I don't know.
Slandered for like
He,
ever
he should.
until he wins a
This is his
championship.
only opportunity on the
Mhm.
Bucks.
He needs that PG 13% slander. That's what he deserves.
If you lose to Trae Young, who didn't
He won't
even.
get worse slander than that though, because people don't like Paul George and people do like Giannis.
Will love Giannis.
I
I was a
I
Giannis
don't
fan
know.
against the Nets, but I kind of wish the Nets won now.
I've kind of liked Giannis since that ring for BJ thing he posted once.
The
You know
Greek
what I'm
freak.
talking? Yeah, he's a freak on the court and off the court. Speaking of freaks, does Ben traded?
Yes, Ben Simmons has. Actually, Ben Simmons does not need to be traded, but he does for the 76ers because if you added someone else that could shoot and take some of that off Ben Simmons and then have Ben Simmons, Joel, and another player like James Harden, then that's fine. But now you have to trade Ben Simmons to get one of those guys. So I think that you have to trade him.
I don't know. They're in such a tough situation because like you would think you got to trade him, but his trade value is
You
way
gotta
lower.
find.
His trade
You gotta.
value is way lower than it should be because Ben Simmons is so talented. Imagine him with the Spurs. He would be
Yeah, you gotta
insane.
find an old head coach like Popovich who doesn't care about 3-pointers. Cares
Or a
about the
guy that doesn't care about
fundamentals.
one series that realizes how talented he is, you know?
He's not even that talented.
Are you kidding? He can do everything
What he has not
except shoot
improved
the
at
basketball.
anything.
He hasn't because the people around him have not made him improve. I
He's
think
on the 76ers. That's a great organization.
he did not just say that.
The 70s. He has Doc Rivers.
He has
That's
Doc
a
Rivers,
that's
okay,
a
for
top 5 coach
year.
of all time.
Are you did not just say that.
Nah, I'm just kidding. But he's a top 5 coach in the NBA right
Yeah,
now.
probably. Maybe. I used to think that about Mike D'Antoni, and that dude can't even get a head coaching job. So
Mike D'Antoni is a good coach.
why can't he get a coaching job?
It's just he just hasn't gotten an opportunity yet.
I don't think players really like him. I think that's the problem.
I mean,
Such a players' league now, like superstar ran league, like old heads like D'Antoni can't get a job.
he doesn't coach like an old head though. Like he
doesn't.
shoots a bunch of threes and hopes they go in.
He runs like basketball, like you know what I mean? Like 5 out, like he just shoots threes. He plays like the opposite of an old head.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it didn't work. So I think.
You think Ben Simmons needs to be traded?
No, I don't think so.
I think he can stay.
I think he can stay for a little until the trade deadline and work his trade value back up. I think that's what they got to do. They can't trade him for chunk change. It's
What
Ben
if
Simmons.
Joel is the problem?
He's obviously
No
not the
one said
problem.
that.
He's obviously not the problem.
Well, I mean, I've been trusting the process for years. And obviously, a big man can't win you a championship.
The process is one person on that team. And it took forever for people to realize this, including me. But the process is Joel Embiid, not Ben Simmons, not Tobias Harris. It's Joel Embiid. No one else.
You can make the argument that Tobias Harris is better than Ben Simmons. I don't even know if that's an argument.
He was this year. I don't think so. Normally, I would take Ben Simmons over him 100% of the time. But as of right now, I mean, Harris is better.
So what do the 76ers do? Just wait for another year and try and win? That won't happen. They're not going to win against a healthy Nets.
I mean, who will win against
or Hawks?
Nets?
Can't even beat the Hawks.
They can. If Ben Simmons played just a little bit of himself, they would have beat the Hawks. The Hawks aren't the problem. The only team they should be worried about are the Nets. If Ben Simmons plays like Ben Simmons, the Nets and Lakers are the only teams in their way.
Yeah, I don't. It's not his era. The 76ers,
I think it's more about work
in the 80s or 90s, would be the greatest team of all time. With a big man and a dude who can't shoot, would be the best team of all time. Be better than the Bulls.
I think it's more of like the work ethic and mental side for Ben Simmons. I think he has the talent.
Late in his career, though.
It's only been a couple of years. He's a 4-year vet. That's it. He's still young.
Better get a move on it. He hasn't improved. What has he improved at? Defense? That's it.
So,
if
he gets the right coach, he can get better.
That's on him. That's not on his coach.
I don't know. I think they should wait until the trade deadline to trade him. But yeah. So, what do you think about KD's performance? You think it got him to surpass LeBron James as the best in the world? It's between them two.
No, I'd still put Harden in there healthy, but
oh my God.
When Harden's healthy, he's better than KD. I don't know how you can even not argue that.
Because Harden would not drop 50 and 48 like
He's not a
KD did.
playoff. So you think that? I don't know. I think you can make the argument that KD is better, but like a better
I'll,
player all around, like who would I rather have? Is that what the question is?
no, I mean, as he took the throne from LeBron. That's not. I mean,
No, because he didn't win. If he would have won, he would have
yeah,
for
that's what I
sure.
said. Yeah, that's what I think. If he
It
would have
doesn't
won
matter.
with one of his superstars injured, then yeah, for sure. But he didn't win, so
Yeah.
I don't think it matters at all. I think in order to
Definitely.
take the throne, you got to win the championship. And until
Yeah.
then, LeBron's the best in the world. That's my opinion. I think when it's all said and done, like 20 years from now, people won't think like
I
about
mean,
like Kevin
obviously,
Durant. Kevin Durant. I
Kevin.
don't think someone like Kevin Durant or Steph Curry will be the guy that takes the throne from LeBron because they're so old and it's so late in their career. I think it'll be someone like Giannis or Luca or someone young. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but obviously, Kevin Durant is a more skilled basketball player than LeBron. That's everyone knows that. It's just that LeBron makes
I don't
players
know,
better.
better scorer, but LeBron is more athletic. He's a better defender. He's a better passer. I mean, just as good of a rebounder. What do you mean?
No,
What?
I
What do you
would.
mean? No.
He doesn't. Kevin Durant doesn't make the players around him better, but LeBron does. That's so important,
LeBron does everything. How is he
but
not more?
not as
He's the
good
most skilled
as
basketball
KD.
player of all time.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he
KD's
is.
scoring is the best of all time. So
He wasn't the most
that
basketball player of all time. He wouldn't have been the most hyped up ever high school player
what does that have to do
going
with
into the NBA.
anything?
Because when you're in high school, it's all about skill. Am I
What?
wrong?
What
When
does
you're
high
going,
school have to do with anything? I'm talking
because I
about
mean,
NBA
he's
career.
always been the most skilled player in the NBA and in NBA history. I mean, yeah, he's the most skilled basketball player ever. I don't know how you can't say that. Kevin Durant's the best scorer, sure, but yeah, he's not the most skilled. He can't pass the ball. That's a skill. He can't jump as high as LeBron. That's a skill. He can't dunk as hard as LeBron. That's a skill. He can't block shots as good as LeBron. That's a skill. He can't play defense as good as LeBron. That's a skill. He can rebound maybe just as good. I mean,
Defense is debatable.
defense is not debatable. LeBron is a better defender than Kevin
LeBron don't
Durant.
even play defense anymore.
Yeah, he
If
had
we're
to
looking at
when
the
okay,
series that
just
just
stop. In the
happened,
regular
this
season,
past
when LeBron was an
playoffs,
MVP candidate this year, the main reason was because of his defense. He was like the number one
I'm
rated
not talking about regular
small
season. We're
forward
not
in the
talking about
league.
regular season. No one cares about regular season. We're talking
That's
about
not true at
this,
all.
their
Regular
playoff
season.
performances.
I mean,
KD looked like the best player in
LeBron
the
was nursing
world.
an injury. If you're going to use that excuse for James Harden, then how can't you use it for LeBron?
We're not talking about James Harden right now.
Oh
We're talking about
my.
LeBron and KD.
Yeah, and KD was not nursing an injury.
He just tore his Achilles.
Yeah, and he played a full season he played a full season. LeBron played like 10 games.
KD did not play a full season. He was actually injured for a long time.
Oh my god. He
But
tore his
anyway,
Achilles like 2 years ago. LeBron
that has
sprained his ankle
nothing
like
to do with
a
it.
month ago.
Injuries are a part of the game anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Then
If you
how
look at
then
their performance, KD outperformed LeBron.
then how do
K-
you say that with
KD actually tried to win. LeBron did not give any effort when his superstar went down. That was the difference. KD tried, LeBron didn't. So KD
KD's
obviously
32 years
performed
old,
better.
LeBron's 36. KD was completely healthy. LeBron was nursing an injury. Case
I wouldn't say
closed.
KD took the
We got
throne because he
we
didn't
got to wrap it
win.
up. We got to wrap it up.